Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to my channel. I'm Emil Hawkins, and today I'm going to show you a replay of the Emil II on a game I had last night on my free-to-play account. Latest update, the Kranvagn received some buffs. Among others, it now goes up to 35 kilometers per hour, which is really great in this tank, which seems to be a little bit slow beforehand. The reverse speed is still really great. The Emil II didn't receive that speed buff. The biggest difference between these two tanks, as I see it, is that the Emil II does suffer from actually emptying its magazine. As an auto reloader, you can always just choose to shoot the first shell and then reload that. But in the Emil II, you have the 9.7 seconds of reload and plus the 3.5 seconds, which gives you 13.25 seconds reload per shot if you only choose to shoot the first shell of your magazine. That means the last shell you load. Whereas if you empty your magazine, you actually save 2 seconds per shot. So you don't suffer too much from emptying your magazine. At the end, your DPM is actually higher, and the 3.5 seconds interclip. Whereas the Kranvagn now only has 3 seconds interclip, plus the 7.4, so that is only 10.4 seconds of the first shell you shoot, where you actually suffers a little bit because you spend 1.5 seconds longer on reloading the first shell in your magazine per shot. So that makes the Kranvagn, in my opinion, a little bit more of a holding tank, holding a ridgeline, something like that, shooting your first shell, and just saving the last two in case somebody pushes on you. Whereas the Emil II is a little bit more flexible in that matter, because it doesn't really matter too much. You don't suffer from actually emptying your magazine and pushing a little bit harder. As you will see in this battle here from last night on Desert Sands, I'm a high tier against tier 8s. So that makes me a little bit more comfortable also driving this auto reloader here. E75, Waffle-Traktor Panzer IV, and a platoon of clippers. The M3 Yo has the regular reloading mechanism, whereas the M4 Yo has that odd, I think interclip is around 4 seconds, something like that. I don't own the tank myself. I have the cheesy with me, and if you see here on the open, you actually see a tree fall somewhere around here, and in just a second, I think that is, and that's why I'm pointing out. I see that there's some shrubbery or something falling over fences, so that's why I marked this spot over here. So try to remember it for myself and also make my team aware that something is over there. And actually, one of the tanks in the back here is pre-aiming that corner. 320 bounce. Wasn't the Yo, so probably the SMV. So I take a really silly shot on the 622 because that was from the Waffle-Traktor back that wasn't spotted. I know that the M3 Yo emptied his magazine, so we were 3 tanks and it was just a matter of clearing him. I know the SMV has the 3 shell auto-loading gun, so he will most obvious only shoot 2 shells at a time and save his reserve shell. The Waffle-Traktor was spotted in the back there, and I don't want to poke this way because I'll just suffer too much. I'm reloading my clip at my best of my ability. I know the Yo there will poke me in a minute, but his interclip reload is longer than mine, so he will not stay out because I don't think he's aware of how many shells I have left. If he would have known that I had my last shell there, he could have stayed out and given me another shot, but he didn't. So now I'm just choosing to back up here, and I was checking to see if I had room behind this WC so I didn't block him when I backed up. And unfortunately, he kills himself to the Waffle-Traktor, who's still hiding up in the back there. I see the mediums are pushing around. I have my chieftain in the back, but we're down 1 tank, and the cheesy is about to go down. I'm telling him, let's fall back, just to kind of make him aware that I'm pulling out, and he's quite alone on that flank. Now I have a full clip loaded. I have the T49 just in front of me together with Chieftain. He's full health, or he was full health, and in a second he's dead. So that was a really odd push from him. Personally, I would probably have gone around on the outside of the railroad and then go around ACAP, just on the other side, and see if I can stay hidden back there, because that was a really silly push. Now I only have 1 shell. I get a really lucky bounce from the Waffle-Traktor here, and a high roll, and break his engine. I don't think the Yo again was aware that I actually only had 1 shell, because I was too far away for them to pay attention and count my shells shot. Otherwise, he could have poked me and given me at least 1 free shot there. We're down on caps now. The Object 84 is actually going out to ACAP probably to give us a less disadvantage in cap points. The disadvantage for us is that they are 4 tanks in here, we are only 2 now, and they will see that when he starts capping. I know the Waffle Tractor was here somewhere, and I got a lucky engine quit again on him, and a fire, and kill him. So now I'm pushing up against the SMV. He got 1 bounce on me there, and actually he shoots me underneath the Waffle Tractor. And that was his 2nd shell he shot. And with a free shotgun, I know that he probably won't shoot his last shell. I know the Yo is off to the left, so I'm pre-aiming. And right about now, the SMV would have reloaded a 2nd shell, so he now have 2. He cannot kill me, presumably, on the 2 shells. He needs the 3 shells for that. Break his track. Pure luck. I'm auto-aiming, as you see, because I'm actually trying to just get around him here and paying attention to the terrain and how I can get around him best. And then the chieftain is somewhat healthy. The object is back, helping killing him. And it's just a matter of clearing the E75 out. The E75 didn't seem like the brightest of players. But anyway, it's quite flexible, the Emil II, I think. The only thing it lacks is maybe the speed of the Kranvagn, the 35, whereas with the super speed boost you can still make the 35. So I think it's as an auto-reloader, tier 9, it's absolutely one of my favorite auto-reloading tanks. 5500 damage, mastery, pulled that off, and the 5500 actually a 4th place on Hall of Fame in Europe for this season, so I'm quite happy with that. I went for a Masterclass 1 badge for a mission I had, so I can't complain. Anyway, that was the Emil. If you don't have it, I think you should grind it. It's not one of the strongest heavy tanks, but I think it's quite enjoyable, especially as a high tier. But it can stand its own against the tier 10 as well. Other than that, leave me a comment down below if you want to discuss something about the Emil II or want me to try some other tanks out to review them, or consider to hit the subscribe button and give me a like if you want to see more from me. Other than that, have a really great day and take care out there. Bye bye.